How's it going, everybody? This is MrYourWilly, and I'm going to cover ranks. Primarily the first 3 ranks. The other 2 ranks I'll kind of mention, but I'm not going to really cover them in this tutorial. I'll cover them in more detail at a later tutorial. So for this tutorial, I'll cover Visitor, Traveler, and Commoner. They're the first 3 starting ranks on our server, and you can go from one to the last very quickly. And I'll go ahead and explain to you kind of how it goes. So when you first hop on our server, server.mckuza.com, the link's in the description below, you will spawn in this room. This is our spawn island. It's also our tutorial island. So when you hop in here, to your left and right will be the server rules. We have 10 rules in the server. These rules will be followed at all times, no matter where you are on the server. So make sure you learn about them. They're very simple. You know, I mean, come on, rule 10 is have fun, so that's pretty easy to follow. Now, when you leave this room, you'll go to what we call the tutorial ring, or the tutorial area of our server. It has all of the mods. I suggest if you're brand new to the server, you can kind of peek your head through here. You don't have to go into each one and read it in detail if you don't feel like it, but I strongly suggest that you go through understanding how LWC works. Maybe you've never worked on a server that had LWC, or maybe you want to know how chat works on our server specifically, like how do you message people, how do you send mail to another user, things like that is all throughout this ring, so definitely take a look at it. When you're done exploring this area and reading the rules, you go through this one-way door. It won't let you go back. There is other ways to get back into that room, and I'll show you them in a bit. Now this is the maze of our server. You have to go through this, and it's very simple. There will be a question. Pick the appropriate door for this one. Mr. Ferocious Lion, could you please stop eating my cow? Or, cutting in lunch line is fun! Which one do you think is the appropriate door? Pick the appropriate door. If you're correct, you'll keep going. If you're wrong, you'll get teleported to the back, and you gotta go all over again. If this is long and annoying for you, then you're probably getting the answer wrong over and over again, and if that's the case, then I'm sorry, I don't care. Here, though, is a gift box. Make sure you open it up. You'll get some free goodies in here. It's a one-time loot chest, so if I take this bread out and I open it up again, the bread's not here. But the next person who hops over here will see bread. So I give you some free stone tools, a compass, some torches, things to, explore with, and especially food, because as a visitor, you can't do much. You can basically just explore, and you probably will starve to death if you don't take the bread with you. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and go through the maze with you, but I'll go ahead and cut this and see you on the other side. Alright, so I just made it through the last door here on the tutorial maze, and some basic reminders. We don't make it day or night for you, we won't stop the rain, and we won't teleport you. If you're stuck, type in /suicide. Don't go spamming it, or else I'll make it so you can't type that command ever again. And if you're stuck, then oh well, sorry, you'll have to starve to death, which does take quite a while. And some other useful things in this room is the ranks are explained. Like I said, I'll explain them here. How to link up. Here's the website, mckuza.com. It's also in the description if it's hard to read on. Maybe you're watching this on an iPod or something now, or a smartphone or whatever. And here's my YouTube site. Apparently you already know this, so good for you. You're Achievement 1, know my website. No, here's some frequently asked questions. It's a good idea to kind of read them. They're questions that we get a lot on the server, and we're tired of answering them, so they're most likely there. And here's some basic things about getting started. Now, all you have to do to get onto Kuza Island from Spawn Island, because here's Spawn Island, is go through the ship, just walk right in here, and boom, you're on the other side. Now to get back, like I said, if you ever need to review the tutorials or whatever, there's 2 ways that you can do that. One is you walk through here and you'll teleport right back into the center where you spawned. Also, whenever you fall off the island, you'll go back to the spawn point over there too. Now, here is Kuza Island. There's the Tree of Everest. If you walk around this path, you'll go to what we call the clock tower, or the starting docks. Now, the clock tower is a very key indicator on a server in this map because it's seeable from all parts of this island. Now, I'm rendering on far, so of course I can see on the other side of the island, but if you're on normal or smaller, you might not be able to see it all the way. But do know where this clock tower is. Now, this is the starting docks. This is the docks that will take you to Alusa through the ship Titan. So let's go ahead and just focus mainly on this. As a visitor, all you can do is explore the world, teleport to Kuza, Alusa, and Falmira, which is that ship over there, and talk to people who are on the server. That's about it. You can't build, you can't buy things, you can't go to shops, you can't start your own. Why? Because this is a gray listed server. We set up the server so you can hop on and explore our world and see the community that we've built. And if you enjoy the community that we've built and you wish to be a part of it, then you can sign up. And if you don't like it, then you don't have to sign up. That's why we make it gray listed, to let you explore, but not ruin the fun of the people who actually enjoy the world. Now, to actually become the next step, a traveler, all you have to do is go in to our website, mckuza.com. Now, when you're at our main website here, at the very top, there will be a button called register right next to login. Click register. Now, register will first off just give you a basic registration agreement. I haven't even really changed it. It's kind of the typical one that you see on any form. Click OK. Now, here's some questions for you. The first one is username. I strongly suggest making this the same username as your Minecraft username. And the reason why is if I'm looking at you on the forum and it says FEPython, well, that must mean FEPython in the game. So just do that. Your password can be whatever you want. I suggest not making it the same as your Minecraft just for security reasons. I don't want any worry on that, so make it something completely different. Then your email address. This is where you'll get an email confirmation after you finish the registration. You need to accept that before you actually become a part of our website and, in essence, a part of our server. Also, if I ever need to get a hold of you for anything important, I'll leave you a private message on the forum and I'll send you an email saying that you've received a private message. So it's a good way of getting a hold of you. Also, referral, you could put FEPython if you feel like it, or if maybe a friend of yours referred you to this video, you could put their name in if they're a part of our server. It doesn't really do much besides, it's nice to let people know that you've, who said, hey, look at this, it's awesome. And that's pretty much it. Just put in the image verification, then click submit registration. You'll get an email to that email address that you had, just accept it, and now you're a traveler on the website, but you're not a traveler yet in-game. Now, to become a traveler in-game, go back onto Minecraft here, just log in, and then type in /sync space the, the forum username, and the password that you used on the forum as well. Just type that in, so, maybe my username was Bob, and my password is 12345. And then I hit enter, and it'll tell me that your account has been synced. Now, obviously, it's going to tell me incorrect username and password because there is no Bob, and that's obviously not his password. But just make sure that you use the right username for the website and the right password for the website. Now, if you're still having issues and you know for a fact that you have sent that information is correct, I suggest going back onto the website, changing your password to something else, something more simple maybe, and trying again. Sometimes the password has a little bit of issues. It's just the plugin's fault. There's nothing I can really do about it. If that still doesn't work for you, message me and I'll fix it for you. But either way, now that you've done that, all you have to do is disconnect. Then you need to reconnect. And now you are a commoner, or sorry, not a commoner, a traveler. A traveler has some basic rights. They can buy one plot of land in Alusa, or they can become a member of another town and buy one plot of land there. And they are allowed to build and edit in that plot of land, but nothing more. So here's Alusa. I just went through the ship Titan. And in Alusa, it's a starting world, which is why that's the starting docks. You have 4 biomes. You have the desert biome, the forest biome, the tundra, and the jungle. So pick which one you like the best. Let's say I really like building in snowy environments because I live in a desert and I never get to see the snow. I know that's kind of a funny reason to enjoy snow, but sure, why not? See, all you do is you just kind of wander around this path and you'll see at the bottom there where my text is, for sale. For sale. That means that this plot that I'm walking in currently is, well, for sale. So I find one that I like. Maybe I like this corner piece. It kind of looks kind of cool. I actually kind of like this personally myself anyways. So I want to buy it. I stand in the plot. Maybe I want to see how big this plot is. Just /CV. That means chunk view. and it'll show you a box representing this corner. So I can see right here that I own up to this little chunk over here. And if I go over here, I can see that I own kind of a little bit of that hill, but not all of it. So when I buy this plot, I can edit anything within this area, all the way from the sky, all the way down to bedrock. Now, there is some rules in Alusa. For instance, you aren't allowed to edit the main roads here because we use this for, you know, it looks good for pathways, but you are allowed to build a house and then make a path to the road. If you own both sides of a small road, which are those little roads right down here, maybe you own this side and this side, then you're allowed to break this off and build your house on top of it, but that's the only time you're allowed to edit any road. You're not allowed to do it to these main ones, the ones that are 4 across. Just a little reminder for those of you who are watching this video and who are already a part of our town. Now, once I own this, I can do anything I want. I can build my house, I can go down and dig and mine and all that fun stuff, but I'm still pretty limited. And the reason why is because to become a traveler is very simple. Sign up on the forum and you're good to go. So to do one step more, you go back onto our website, and on our website you click forms. It's right underneath right next to the home button on the main page. Then you go down to introduce yourself. It's under Kuza server, introduce yourself. Click that button. Now I strongly suggest you read the form topic. There's a sticky note right at the top of that post that says welcome to the forum. Read this first. I suggest reading that because in there is something that you need to copy and paste into your post. And it basically says, you know, what's your name, how'd you find our server, and what do you like to build, basically. Post that in a new thread, so click post thread, paste that little thing that I asked you to copy in there, fill out the 4 questions, and then you can say whatever you want. You can say, you know, I really enjoy MrYourWilly videos because they're awesome, and he like rocks, and his epicness of cupcake, and awesome, and explodes, or whatever you feel like writing. But either way, I'll get an email, you know, pretty quickly after you post that in. I get an email saying, hey, so-and-so have posted and introduce yourself. This moment I have time to look on there, maybe I'm at work, so I'll do it on my lunch break, or I'm at home and I'm watching TV. I'm like, oh my God, yeah! And I run up the stairs. I'll go read your post and I'll accept you. Now, some things that you need to make sure. 1, you have to put in at least those 4 basic information that I asked you for. The second thing that you have to have is an avatar. Now, maybe you've never changed your avatar on a website before, so I'll quickly cover that. When you're logged in, you click the little blue face thing next or underneath the welcome back, whatever your username is. Click that button, and it'll bring you to your user control panel. Now, there's your profile, and underneath that's something that looks like kind of a picture frame that says change avatar. Click that. Now, all you have to do is browse for an image on your desktop. I suggest, you know, maybe taking a photo of your Minecraft character or something. It just looks better. Or avatar by URL. So maybe you found a cool image online. Now remember, it has to be, you know, appropriate. No girls with guns or anything. But, you know, find something that you like. And I suggest doing something Minecraft related, but you don't have to. And then upload it. So once you have an avatar and those 4 questions asked, I'll look on your thing and I'll put a post on it saying, hey, welcome to our server. You're now a commoner. Now, the next time that you log in, you'll become a commoner. A commoner allows you some more rights, like you can buy up to 4 plots of land. So I could buy that plot of land, this plot of land, this one over here, and that one over there, and I have a huge chunk of land. Pretty much everything within the main roads would be 4 plots. So I could own all of that. I could join another town and own 4 plots of land in their town. If there's an embassy plots, I can own 1 plot here and 1 embassy plot in another town, because embassy plots allow you to buy them when you're not a part of their town, but they're allies with yours. So there's a lot more options for land buying. Another nice thing is that you can actually go and buy from our NPC and user shops. So our NPC shops are pretty much in all the towns. So you can go in here and you can click any of these shops and buy those items from it. You can actually go into Kuza and you can buy a stall and set up your own shop and sell things that you want to sell, or buy things from other users. You can also go into our Black Reach, which is our cave world. So for Alusa, for instance, this is the teleporter for Black Reach. Falmira has another teleporter right next to the Kuza one that will bring you to Black Reach as well. You can also go to our Hell world. Now, if you're at the starting docks, the quickest way to get to the Hell world is go through this teleporter, but you can also walk all the way around the outside of the island following that road, and you can get there too. But this just is, a quick shortcut. It pretty much teleports you right across the way. These are also NPC shops, so you can buy, whatever you want. Maybe you need some books, you can buy some here. And I do strongly suggest, if you're going to set up your own user shop, set them up down here in the ghetto. It's much cheaper, trust me. And I always go down there and check out what people are buying. And I like buying from people, even if I don't need the stuff. I just like buying it for helping you out and all that stuff. And so here is Hell Island. Hell Island is what powers Kuza with these lava generators. Now, if you go to the end here, this will be the Hell Gate. And to the right is the rules of Hell. There's only, 5 rules, and so it's very easy to follow them. Basically, it just tells you what you can and can't do, and you'll find it out anyways because you can and can't do it. Physically, it won't let you. Oh my god, giant wall of lava. Anyways, you go in here, and here is Hell. Now, the nice thing about Hell is there's these 4 gates, so you pick whichever one you want to go to. Teleport over to here, and you're now in the Nether. So right now I picked the Iron Gate. You can see that by the iron underneath, and the flag actually has iron blocks in it. Now, the Hell Gates are very simple. You teleport to this area and you can mine away whatever you want. Hell and Black Reach are PvP areas, meaning if you see somebody else who's not a part of your party, you are allowed to fight with them. So try and stay clear of people if you don't want to get yanked in the back and all that fun stuff. Now, for Hell, once you leave this area, I'll say you're no longer protected. This is when you can start killing things and all that. Once again, this also follows our 10 basic rules, so make sure you follow those and all that. And the only way to get out of Hell is finding the gate again. So make sure you know where you're going. Either, hit, F3, there we go, to find your coordinates and all that fun stuff, to re-find it. All that is up to you. Because the last thing you want to do is go mining in Hell and then get killed. It's scary. You go into a land full of pink wool and villagers that will just stare at you all day long. It's the hell of hell. No, I'm joking. But that is our 3 basic ranks. Visitor, you get to check it out. Traveler, you get to buy a plot of land and experience the building process. And Commoner, more land being able to buy. You can go to all of our worlds, including Flotilla, which I haven't shown you yet, which is our gaming world, and all this other fun stuff. The other 2 ranks is Baron. You can basically buy Baron's ship either through the Emerald, using emeralds at the luxury shop, or using in-game money called Drex at the Baron upgrade location, which is right next to the clock tower here. Baron allows you to actually start your own town. You can buy up to 16 plots of land in other people's towns. You can allow people to join your town, and that's what the Baron docks are for over there. Falmira is where you start your own town. And then the next rank after that is King. King allows you to do outposts. You get some other interesting powers that you can only get as a king. You can also set up a nation, which is basically like a capital city, and you can have other towns be a part of your nation if you feel like it, and they want to join your nation. So maybe your friends have all been barons and you all want to make one huge mega nation. You can do that as a king. And if you have any questions, comment below or on the forum, or if I'm on the game, you can ask me there. And I shall see you all later. This is MrYourWilly signing off. Adios, like, comment, and subscribe to join the epicness. Goodbye.